What if the smartest people in history got famous? Not for being right, but for being wrong more times than anyone else. Think about that. Every medicine you have ever taken, every device you have ever touched, every building you have ever walked into, none of it worked the first time. It all started as a guess, a hypothesis, a maybe. And then someone tested it. It broke. They fixed it. It broke again. They fixed it again. That cycle of failing and adjusting is not a flaw in the system. It is the system. We call it testing, and it is quietly the most powerful tool humans have ever invented. But here is the strange part. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding tests, avoiding being wrong, avoiding the discomfort of not knowing. And that instinct, that fear of failure, is the single biggest thing holding you back from understanding how the world actually works. So let me ask you a question that might change how you see everything. What if being wrong is the whole point? Here is how testing actually works, and I promise it is simpler than your school made it sound. Step 1. You notice something weird. The sky is blue. Why? Bread rises. How? Your phone knows where you are. What? That curiosity is the spark. Step 2. You guess. This is the hypothesis. Maybe the sky is blue because of how light bends through the atmosphere. Maybe. You do not need to be right. You just need to be specific enough to check. Step 3. You test it. You design an experiment. You change one thing and watch what happens. You measure. You write it down. Step 4. You look at what happened. Did your guess hold up? If yes, great. Test it again to make sure it was not a fluke. If no, even better. You just eliminated one wrong answer. That is progress. Step 5. You share it. Other people try to break your result. If they cannot, it becomes knowledge. If they can, you learn something new. This loop never ends, and that is the beauty of it. Now here is where it gets real. Testing is not just for scientists in white coats. You test things every single day without realizing it. You try a new route to school. Faster or slower? That is a test. You study differently for an exam. Better grade or worse? Test. You try a new recipe. Tastes good or terrible? Test. Every time you try something, observe the result and adjust. You are running an experiment. The only difference between you and a professional scientist is that they write it down. That is literally it. Writing things down turns random guessing into systematic learning. And systematic learning is how humans went from caves to skyscrapers in a blink of evolutionary time. The phone in your pocket took millions of tests across hundreds of years. Glass, circuits, batteries, touch screens, radio signals. Every single component failed thousands of times before it worked once. And that one success built the foundation for the next test. Failure is not the opposite of progress. Failure is the raw material of progress. So here is the thing nobody tells you. You do not need permission to test. You do not need a lab or a degree or expensive equipment. You need one question and the willingness to be wrong. That is it. The next time you catch yourself saying, "I do not know," do not stop there. Say, "I do not know yet." Then go find out. Change one variable. Watch what happens. Write it down. Congratulations. You are now a scientist. The whole world is your laboratory. Every day is an experiment. And every failure is just data pointing you closer to the answer. If this changed how you think about failure, subscribe for more. Because the people who test the most learn the most. And the people who learn the most win. If this hit different, you need to check out Vortex. It is a private platform where ideas like books like Test come alive. Not just content. Immersive worlds. AI that actually knows the material. A community that goes deep. Private beta. Limited spots. Link in bio. Do not sleep on this.